visually. So my lawsuit is really going very well. I don't want to say too much, but I'm doing very well in road to compensation. Because in my case, New Jersey has a law that really threw me for a loop, is that if you plead guilty, you are barred from compensation. Because I was coerced to plead guilty to the crime I didn't commit, because I did that, I was not given any compensation. I was barred. That's the law that Governor Christopher Christie wrote into law a year before I came home. So I came home with no resources. I came home really with no money and no opportunity to get anything back. So I received limited compensation. Only compensation that I am going to receive, God willing, is from my lawsuit in district court, in which, everyone says there's no amount of money you can put on the years you spent, which is true, but we can at least start the conversation. So that's how I feel about it. So we can start the conversation. So with that additional money, I would be able to take my foundation and help and create other programs. Like, go ahead.
Well, so while you were in prison, how would you change the criminal justice system to re-release people back into the community? Like if you were put in power to change the whole criminal justice system. I'm just curious.
Well, if I was put in power, everybody knows one joke everybody said, do you believe in capital punishment? Yes, I believe everybody capital is punished. So I think that when you're dealing with the three branches of government, you got executive, legislative, and judicial, I believe that each branch of the government has to be reformed. It's not just one branch. Like we say the courts, the judicial branch, that's not fixing the problem, because then you have the legislative branch, that's a problem as well. Then you have the executive branch, that's a problem as well. Executive branch is the White House, and then you have the Senate, and then you have the court. Each branch has to be reformed and reformatted in order to fix the system. Now, there's no one pill, because the problem is so systemic, and the fact that the criminal justice system is so economically based, this big business, you're talking about massive employment as a result of mass incarceration. The United States has the largest incarceration rate in the world, basically, 2.2 million. Russia, which is maybe 4 or 5 times bigger than the United States, they have 11 time zones in Russia. 11 time zones. And their incarceration rate is not even close to America's, no other country. In this country, having such a high incarceration rate, you can only factor in the number of people that are employed as a result of that. So to say we're going to reshape this, revamp it, we have to look at it from not only from a criminal justice position, but from a socially economic position as well. How will you reshape those lives that depend on this as their livelihood as well? So it's not a one fix all, it'll take decades to repair. So in order, the answer is I would start with each branch of the government and let that trickle down to the society.
Okay. And then my other question is, in your personal experience, would you hope that maybe the defense attorneys and prosecutors should be able to talk more to each other? Because from what you were saying, it sounds like there's almost limited to no communication when it comes to...
Actually, it's just the opposite. They talk more, they hang out, go to lunch together. They're buddies. They're all members of the Bar Association. They're a prosecutor, you're a public defender, but they're part of the same, basically, fraternity. So, but the problem is just the theatrical relationship they have in the courtroom, the script they have to follow. In the courtroom, that is a problem. That one has more power than the other. They all both know what this relationship is, that this is it's symbiotic, but it's unbalanced. They share in it, and that's what I say, they share in responsibility. A trifecta is formed in the courtroom. Your attorney, the prosecutor, and judge all work in collaboration to violate rights or create an injustice, because it can't happen without the other. So in the courtroom, it appears that way, but they're really buddies. They really, they've all signed, they stay in their lane, so to speak.
What kept you going to I can't even imagine, like, after 9 years of them telling you, like, we don't have evidence to help you, like, what kept you going?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I went through a lot of stages of, like, depression, fighting off from the hopelessness. I went through so much emotionally that, psychologically, that really, you know, and I'm gonna tell you what one movie, like, changed my whole opinion about things was The Shawshank Redemption. I don't know, that movie, like, changed me in a way. It was like, yo, this guy here is like, Dupree is my dude. I felt like him, and I was able to identify. And he was writing, and he in his spirit, he continued to keep fighting. Like, when he had the library, he wanted to get the library off the ground. He wrote letters, and then they said, well, they sent him a little check. So he wrote 22 letters a day, and everything he did to stay in innocence of the stroke. That movie changed me. I don't know, and that gave me like some type of sense of hope. Plus, you know, I come from a God-fearing family, so I really always tell people I prayed my way out. And I mean, right now, I stand today and can say that I'm in a contract with God, because I tell you, Lord, you let me out of here, I'm gonna do the right thing, I'm gonna get out, and I'm gonna not get in no trouble. And, you know, you got the streets, when you got the sidewalks too, though, Lord, I'm gonna be on the sidewalk, I ain't even gonna mess with the street. And you know what? Next you know, I was out. You know, I'm like, oh man. So then it became, I feel I have to uphold my end, because I really believe I'm a miracle standing here, and that God answered and fulfilled my prayers, and now I have to fulfill my end of it. So prayer and family, you know, you gotta reach out. And people who, like my mom's, became like, I could not let her down. I'm not going to her, I gotta get out to my son. And it was so many things you gotta grasp hold to, because the environment is built to break you down. The environment is built to destabilize you, make you feel isolated, cut off, to make you feel unempowered, to make you feel less than, unworthy. The environment is there just for that. It's reinforced every day. So you have to have a personal vigilance about yourself. You gotta be like, you know what? I'm better than this. And because my upbringing, I was able to reach back into good moments, and it helped me reshape my moral compass. Because when I would get off too far, I was like, you know, I knew how I am. I knew how my mother and father wanted me to be. You know, I knew how to get back to regular, so to speak, because I had an idea who I am from my family and my parents. So when I felt too depressed, I'd be like, get yourself out. I used to talk to myself all the time. People be like, man, this guy still talking. I be out here. Shut up, be quiet, totally quiet. No, not like that. But, but it's how you communicate with yourself through any situation. You don't ever be afraid to challenge yourself. Because the hardest thing to do is say no to yourself. It's challenge yourself. Because I want to do all kinds of things, but I had to check me. I had to do that through fasting. That's how I first learned. Because through fasting, I learned self-restraint. And once I got some self-restraint, able to rein myself in, because like I said, tell everybody, my biggest struggle in life today is to protect myself from myself. You know, to protect me from me. Because I know some of the self-sabotaging behavior I can get involved in and do. So I have to constantly be in the moment of being aware of myself. And that becomes a process. Everything around you going on, this guy getting stabbed, this guy over here doing his thing, they got a poker game over here, you got guards beating somebody up over here, you got, you know what I'm saying, doing something over here, you got these guys. You have to be able to say to yourself, the rule of it is, first of all, is mind your damn business. So you have to constantly keep that in the forefront, because, you know, that's the rule in there. If you want to business, it may cost you a life. So you always got to be like, you know what? I'm not into that, I'm not into that, I'm not into that, I'm not into that, I'm into that. Oh, I'm into that, let me go over here. This is what I do. The biggest compliment I got is they're like, man, you corny now. I was like, thank you. Because I felt like I really made a change in my life. Because I used to want to be down kind of guy. I'm down, get myself on. Then they was like, oh, you ain't down no more. You cool enough. Thank you very much. They were looking at me like, boy, you really? Oh, you really don't understand. I feel great. So, and that was, that's when I knew how I got through it. I just, whatever the crowd was doing, I just did the opposite. And it helped me. And that's how it is. So, that's, you can answer?
Yeah.
Great.
18 years is like such a long time,
Wow.
as much as we've like been alive, like pretty much. But have you ever like throughout your experience there, whether it was like a guard or a like your fellow inmate, have you ever did you like kind of like lean on someone or like have someone to like mentor you or like talk you through like what was happening?
I did.
Have someone that like had like a similar situation to you?
I did. I even had a guard who helped me, who always, he kind of was like, yo, you different guy. I like how you move. And he was always like, listen, keep your head up. Don't get involved in it. He gets you what you do. Counsel me. Look, you're going you out of hand. But he always is you better in the situation. I had a few guards, but I always tell the story because that experience I had there. This one experience I had got to the point so frustrated. I had like 14 years in, and I was like tired. They had transferred me from Rawway to the other facility, special treatment unit in New Jersey, called civil commitment. And in civil commitment, it's like you there for the rest of your life. And because I wouldn't make guilt, they put me in a separate facility. So I was in this unit, and they had a very cool guard there. He'd be like to tell somebody to lock in a cell, there's no nice way to say that. Go lock in your room. You gotta lock in this room. And it's one sound that always made me jump is when the door is closed. Boom! I never got used to that. It's never, you can see it happening, and it's like a sound that I never got used to, the door locking by, boom! So, but the guard would say, go lock in, y'all lock in, fellas, I understand, time lock in. He was very nice, cordial about it. And you would respect that, because he was seeing you as a human, and he was like, okay, this guy, all right, we're gonna lock in. All right, I'm gonna lock in. Because he did it, but this one day, this guard came on, and he was like the ultimate asshole. I'm telling you. I mean, he was to the fifth power with it. Shut up, get in your room, go in, be quiet, I don't want to hear that. He was dogging us out all day, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting madder and madder, because I'm not supposed to be here. So it's like boiling, I can feel it boiling in me. I'm praying, Lord, please help me. Calm me down. I can feel it. He like, oh, y'all shut up. Go. So it came at the end of the day, he was like, lock in. Lock in. And I swear, the arrogance and the tone of his voice just set me off. Just set me out. I was like, no. I was like, no. Yeah, no! I'm not locking. I refuse. I'm not locking in. I refuse to lock in. So I was serious. I admit that. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm not doing this no more. I'm done. I cooperate all I can. And so I'm standing back and forth. I'm looking around. I see all the other prisoners locking in. We not with him. He by himself. Boom. So next you know, I'm out there by myself pacing, but I'm so furious. I'm ready. So the guard says, you don't lock in. I'm going to call the boys. It's going down. Call them. It's going down today. I'm ready. There's going to be some problems today. There's going to be some problems today. I'm ready. So look, he calls them. Now, I'm up there doing push-ups, took my shirt off, doing push-ups, jumping jacks. I'm getting ready. I'm doing some jabs. I'm getting ready. So they come running in. Deep. Now, they come in. Now, they come in. Now, this is what they do. It's called the Goon Squad. They come in. They got these long sticks. This thing with the little metal in the middle. You don't see the metal because it's surrounded by all this tape. But it's metal, just helmets. They got on the suits. You know what I'm saying? And Ninja Turtle suits we call them. They come in, they got all the things. Where you at? I'm up here. I'm bold with it. Hey, I am. What y'all want to do? I'm ready. They looking like, oh, we got one. They come running up the stairs. I'm ready. I'm waiting for them by the hallway. Oh, we going to get it on. Ready. I'm not scared because I'm mad. So look, when they come, they rush me, I rush them. Dude! For 3 seconds, I was the man. Oh, 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, they had me in the leg. Oh, they